Alright, Thought Scours. I'm here recording a THS release sealed. These have kind of not been heavily featured by some of the pros doing content because the payout for them isn't good, but I'm going to be PTQing this weekend, so I definitely want to try my hand at some sealed rather than just draft. I think it's important to actually practice both. So let me look at my pool here. Just from eyeballing, it looks like black has some pretty sweet things going on. I think sealed is slow enough compared to.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pro Tour THS. Here we are in Dublin. I'm Marshall.
My webcast player started up there. But it's a little different. You don't need to have an answer to super quick heroic decks all the time. Also, we know that Agent of Fates is pretty awesome. Let's sort by rarity. Let's see what my rares are. So Pol Chronos is pretty great. Agent of the Fates is pretty great. Sylvan Caryatid, also nice. Ashen Rider, pretty unbeatable if it resolves. Other notables, Sea God's Revenge is pretty strong. You know, these, this makes me think my green-black could potentially be pretty insane. Erebos' Emissary also strong. Alright, let's go color sort again. So I'm going to put together green-black, but I'm just going to glance at the other colors. Just see what we have. See if there's anything that I want on splash. Blue looks thin. There's not many cards in general. Nimbus Naiad is nice, but I think blue I can pretty much rule out, which means I can rule out my Horizon Chimera. White, I like these two favorite hoplites. I think these can be strong and sealed if you have the correct support for them. But again, let's. I don't know if I have a ton of bestow stuff. Maybe like white-black. Mid-range bestow could be good, and I could top off my curve with an Ashen Rider. But first, let's put together black-green and see what's there. I'm just going to put them all in. Obviously, I'm going to cut most of these. But let's just see what's there. Burnished Heart. I don't want any of those other ones. So that's 32. So I probably want 18 lands. So would probably be. I could be kind of an aggro deck, but I don't think Tormented Hero is very good. Return Phalanx isn't that good if I don't have blue. Defend the Hearth isn't really necessary. I mean, I have these, so I want to just be ramping, I think, into Pol Chronos. Agent of the Fates does make me want to play as many targeting effects as I can get. This card is pretty unbeatable. I got blown out by this at one of the pre-releases I attended. So it's very strong. I have a couple nice devotion spells here. Staunch Hearted Warrior kind of supports the devotion theme. So I mean, I'm definitely going to want Lampad and Emissary if I'm running this build. Let's see. All right, let's just look at this real quick. So I could do something. I probably do want to rescue, but probably not two. Probably both sips. If we did something like this. Yeah, Tormented Hero I just don't think I want to run. I think that gets outclassed too fast. Commune with the Gods, don't think there's much of a reason to run that. Opaline Unicorn could be fine. Yeah, I do want this. Leah's Presence is questionable. I'll put it on the sideline for now. It's not that good. It's good for getting my devotion if I'm running these Nylea's Disciples, so that's something to think about. Fleshmad's Deed, I don't think I'm really aggro. I do want that. Yeah, I mean, I think I want to be doing stuff like ramping into an Agent of the Fates plus Savage Surge, that sort of thing. March of the Returned, I don't have the Death Touch guys that make me want to play March of the Returned. Cavern Lampad is really more like a 6-drop. So I mean, this is already looking pretty strong. 24, so I want to cut like 2. Erebos' Emissary is also like a 6-drop enchantment. So I mean, this looks like pretty good base. The problem is I have this Agent of the Fates, but not many ways to really trigger it. I mean, Pharika's Mender is pretty awesome. It's a pretty big pool. I think this is going to be my color combination. I think if we're going to make cuts, I think I do want Read the Bones and Sealed. I could cut like an Opaline Unicorn. Yeah, I want to stay creature heavy because I have these Pharika's Menders. This is maybe more like a 4-drop, which is actually nice. So how many ways do I have to trigger Agent? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually pretty good. It's not going to be as unbeatable in my deck as it could be. Let me look here and see if there's any sweet colors to pair red with, to pair black with. My red is actually pretty deep and looks pretty good. And I have like Dragon Mantle, Lightning Strike is nice. Anger of the Gods, if I want to be more controlling. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be exactly what I want though. Anger of the Gods could be sweet with like some of these. Those are 3 toughness, some of these high toughness guys, but again, I don't think that's going to just be. I don't think this card is probably even that good in Sealed. Let me look at black white and see what that looks like, because then I get to run my Ashen Rider. I still get to run my Agent, and maybe white will have more ways to target the Agent. I lose out on my Pharika's Menders, which are good, and I do want to run them, and I lose out on like Leaf Crown Dryad is very nice. But let's see black white. I think black white could actually be potentially the right choice. So this would be more of just like an aggro deck. Ooh, I didn't see I had a Phalanx Leader, so I probably leave Setessan Battle Priest on the sideline. This looks pretty nice. These are 5-drops. I have 2 Observant Alceids, which are very good. Dauntless Onslaught, which is pretty insane. A couple Divine Verdicts for removal, so my removal is actually better here. Heliod's Emissary is awesome too. And I get this guy at the top of my curve. This seems good. I make some cuts here. Yeah, this might just be better. Let's put this down here. So, Cavalry Pegasus, how many humans do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that could actually be fine in the deck. This has 17 creatures right now, so I don't really need all those. Oh, these are supposed to go down here. This kind of is a creature. Yeah, this seems like way better. So I'm missing out on my ramp, my Sylvan Caryatid, and my Voyaging Satyr in exchange for kind of going a little more aggro with some 1-drop. So I can have draws like Favorite Hoplite into Scourge Mark, which makes it a 3/3. Attacking with an invincible 3/3 on turn 2 is good, and then I can like follow up Agent of the Fates, kill your guys. Yeah, this seems like this has more potential, and it's just probably better. Wow, yeah, this isn't bad. So I have a lot on 6, but again, some of these I can just play out. Observant Alceid is going to be good. I think this has got to be a much better build. So 28, I definitely do want 18 lands again, so I need to cut 6 cards, which is a ton of cards. So I can start Ray of Dissolution on the sideline. Get out of there. I may want Tormented Hero back in too, actually, not you. And I may want Fleshmad Steed too. This is supposed to be over here. So Setessan Battle Priest just isn't really very good. The heroic trigger is just not what you want to be doing, and the 1/3 gaining life is good in this format, but like 2 at a time, if you're not making this guy a 3/5 with Dauntless Onslaught and getting 2 life isn't a huge impact, so I don't really need that. do I have too much removal in here? Do I want to take some of that out? I mean, I think I'm going to be dominating the board with my, like, bestow creatures. Yeah, so by the way, this is going to be absolutely the right build. The Pharika's Menders are good, but my curve is just better here. I think my play here is just to kind of be pretty aggressive and just play all these 2-drops, and I can like kind of side out. If it looks like they have a lot of removal, I can side into some bigger stuff. I do just play main deck Ashen Rider. I don't really see why I would want to not do that. I think I do want both Sip of Hemlock. I do want all of these cards. Cutting one Divine Verdict may seem counterintuitive, but that could possibly be right in this deck. Like, I think I kind of just need to decide if my deck is an aggro deck or a high-end deck. Like, maybe I don't need Disciple of Phoenix. I don't have that many things to trigger it. Not that, you know, just getting a 2-for-1 is good, but I probably don't need Setessan Griffin. That's not really what I'm trying to do. I think I still want these. They're high on the curve, but they're both kind of like game-winning. It's possible I could cut the Gray Merchant and the Rescue from the Underworld. The reason I have the Rescue in the deck is basically for Gray Merchant recursion, but that's the only creature I really want to get back. Obviously, if I'm getting back an Ashen Rider, that's pretty insane. But I don't think I really want that. And then that kind of leads me to, do I even want Gray Merchant? I think the answer is definitely yes. But I mean, yeah, this is pretty strong. Got 3 pretty strong 1-drops. These 2-drops. The other option is I could bring back in some of my more engine-y stuff. Like the Rescue with the Gray Merchant, and cut some of the kind of worst 1-drops. Like the worst cards are Traveling Philosopher, Fleshmaster Seed, and Tormented Hero. But I think in Seal, like, I like being just aggressive if I can. You just punish people who have like awkward decks and stumble on mana, or punish people with like bombs by just making them never get to play their bombs. Alright, so you know, Divine Verdict, I'm gonna cut one of these. It's a pretty awesome card, but I'm going to be attacking all the time, and when you're killing blockers with it, it's just not that impressive. They kind of like gain life off of it, so it's kind of like a Swords to Plowshares for 4 mana, which is good. But alright, so now I think I just need to kind of bite the bullet and cut some good cards that are wrong for the deck. Like Read the Bones, maybe, is going to be a little clunky. I think I do want all the removal in these cards, so yeah, I don't know. I want to keep all these ways to target Agent of Fates. So how many early drops do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pretty good. And I still think it's right to have those as just kind of Mize cards. You know, Gray Merchant, the most it's going to be, if I curve out like with say 2 of these guys, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that needs to stay in. It's a good aggro finisher. As I'm looking at this, I just want to double check on my red to see if that could go better than white. Like Cerberus is nice. Got a removal spell. 2 Portents could be nice. But I think the power of Phalanx Leader might just be better. And I lose on my awesome top end. Yeah, I don't think this is necessary. I think I got my colors right. In fact, one thing I want to play around with is the ability to side into different color combinations. For instance, if I'm playing against a red deck, I have like Peak Eruption is pretty good. What else do I have? I don't have the black or white ones in green. I don't have a Hunt the Hunted. Hunt the Hunter. Okay, I don't have a gainsay either, so I think probably black-white is right, and I just need to kind of decide if I want to hedge and have kind of some mid-rangey stuff going on. Like I can just cut Ashen Rider, and it may just be right to do so. And then I could cut like a Sip of Hemlock or another Divine Verdict. Like I have a lot of high-end stuff. Yeah, I think I like my creature base. I can also just side into more mid-rangey deck. If their deck has like walls and cheap good removal, I may just want more of a mid-range kind of thing going on. So I need to pay a lot of attention to that when I'm playing. But I think black-white heroic with Agent of the Fates is the right thing to do, and I think the best way to build it is like super aggro. So I'm gonna cut that, and you know, obviously it's like kind of the reason I looked at black-white, but I think it's right to cut it. I think it's right to cut Read the Bones, despite it being a very powerful card. And then I think, do I want to cut a Sip of Hemlock or a Divine Verdict? I think I cut a Divine Verdict. There's a lot of powerful cards on the sideline, like Fleshmad Steed and Traveling Philosopher are obviously kind of like bad compared to like Ashen Rider. But if I run into a deck that seems like it can shut down my early attacks, I will happily side into this configuration. Put my white over here. Another option is Burnished Heart as maybe a sideboard card, but again, in my aggro deck, I don't really want it. Put it there. Opaline Unicorn, same thing. I could have Bronze Sable, but it's possible Bronze Sable is better than Fleshmad Steed. So if he has Spark Jolts, the Fleshmad Steed is better. All right, we will. We're gonna run with this. Let's get some lands in there. No reason to run an Unknown Shores, so they're suggesting 9/9. I do want to hit Agent of Fates, but I think white is more important early for like Phalanx Leader, so could I do 10/8? It's a lot of lands. It's also possible I could just bring in one of these cards and not run so many lands, but I think I want to curve out always. 8 it's probably enough. I have a couple double spells. I do want to hit Agent of the Fates though. Let's do 9/9. Not a great mana base. No, we're gonna do 10 because I want to always have 2 planes. Like Favorite Hoplite into Phalanx Leader is powerful. Agent of the Fates can still just be powerful in the late game. So, all right. So, question here. Let's just move these over here. Yeah, I think this is fine. It's I may tinker around with this build, but I think 18 lands is right. If I'm curving out, I'm putting in like really good work. My opponent can be in trouble. I think the aggro build is right, and I'll need to kind of figure out what I want to do sideboarding. I mean, Ashen Rider I can imagine is going to come in a lot, but I kind of want the opportunity to just blow out some opponents from the get-go. So, all right, we will see you for round 1. All right, so I have lost the die roll here. I'll be on the draw, which is not great for my aggro deck, but that's all right. So this is a great keep. It'll need a little help to get there, but I don't mind. I don't mind to start. Favorite Hoplite, and then I'll need to get a little help from my draw step. I could just get locked out of this game, but. Okay, that's pretty good. still don't have Agent of the Fates coming, but I don't necessarily just want to run that out there anyway. If I do Favored Hoplite into even like hard casting a Cavern Lampad or something, could be getting there. He's blue, which doesn't really signify much. Could be like more of a heroic deck. Could have flyers, which may be a little bit problematic, especially since I have sort of a slower start. Alright, so double blue. Doesn't look like he's going to play anything. There's not, like, I guess this Omen Speaker is the only one. Alright, that's nice. So, Swamp, and I'll just get in there. And I have no plays, so I'll pass. So next turn, I think I do just run Agent of the Fates out there. Well, if he's just blue, so there's no real, he can counter Agent, so that's a real consideration. I might want to play around Dissolve. Nope. Yeah, so I have no way to target Agent right now, but I do just want to run it out there. So Guardian, so that's not that great against my deck. I'm not worried about that. It's not like I'm really applying much pressure anyway. Yeah, so I'm just going to run out Agent. It's possible I could just wait and like run out Heliod's Emissary, hardcast next turn, and then Agent, and then if I hit a 6th land, I can Lampad the Agent. That's the safer play. I haven't seen his other color though. You know, running out Agent doesn't really do much right here. And if I top deck a Scourge Mark or something like that, I'll feel pretty dumb, but I kind of want to just hold off. Let's attack. It's taking some time. Gotta get the right play. I'm just going to hold off. He can punish me by like playing a flyer and starting to beat down, but there are not really any blue flyers for 4. One reason to play Agent is just to get it down while he doesn't have counter magic up. But I think I'm okay with this. Heliod's Emissary hardcast is also going to be good at shutting down his Guardians of Meletis. So Meletis Charlatan. Not too worried about that. It's a while before that gets live. Yeah, so here I'm just going to play the Heliod's Emissary, unless I draw something that makes me change my mind, with the plan of bestowing Agent of the Fates with a Cavern Lampad at some point. And it looks like he's... I'm not sure what his second color is. So, question here is Laganaban Elder or Heliod's Emissary? I think I just want to play out Heliod's Emissary to use my mana efficiently, and then Lagana Elder will also gain me some life. Heliod's Emissary also does a better job of blocking the Charlatan. No attacks, obviously. Yeah, so next turn I want to play Agent of Fates. And I think I'm on my way towards being in some business. It looks like he's a little color screwed, so it's a little sad we're not putting much of a beat down on him and taking advantage of that. This is like a Prescient Chimera. Ooh, that's pretty good. Alright, so I can sip of Hemlock that at some point, but I'm going to be taking some pain right now. Luckily, I get to get in for 4 too, so the race is not that much in his favor. Alright, so 5 mana. I want to... So on some turn I can Laganaban Elder and Snare Cast. I can also later on Agent of Fates and Snare Cast. Agent of Fates isn't going to be that great right now. I think next turn, if I get a land, I'm going to want to kill Mellitus Charlatan. Anyway, so right now let's attack. And I think I want to do Agent of Fates and Snarecaster. I won't get to actually use Snarecaster, but I think it's okay. Again, the Agent of Fates isn't actually like that awesome this turn. And this gets me like a bunch of pressure on the board, and I can just not happy to see that, I bet. So now I can do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 a turn. So that's a ton. The fact that he also has Nimbus Naiad on his Charlatan makes me think that he doesn't really have much going on in terms of actually using the Naiad. So Laganaban Elder is going to be nice here in a race. I would like to just sip of Hemlock next turn unless he plays something better, but if I don't get a land, I can still play Laganaban Elder, gain some. Later on I can Agent of the Fates. What I would like him to do is just play like a Nessian Asp or something like that, because I can lock that down and still just keep beating in. I mean, I wouldn't like it, but I like him. So he's green, so he could play... His removal could be... like the time to feed would be pretty insane. Would not like to see that. He's also threatening bounce. Aqueous form, that's not a big problem. I guess he just wants to scry. It's not like I was blocking it anyway, bro. Yeah, so the question is next turn, if I get a land, do I Sip of Hemlock or Cavern Lampad? And I think it's right to Cavern Lampad. So there's 2 cards in hand and 5 mana up, so it could be... Okay, he had nothing. Ooh, Lash of the Whip. That's pretty brutal. I won't be doing that this turn. I guess I just play Laganaban Elder. So I'm attacking with everything. He has Grip Tide. Probably getting Grip Tided, which is not great. Let's attack with everything. Probably gonna Grip Tide my Agent. So Healer's Emissary is a pretty insane answer to that. So there's no reason to really hold up Lash. Let's just play Laganaban Elder. Gain some life. Unless he Grip Tides me. Nope. And I have a pretty stacked hand. I need to hit a land, so if he has... Oh, he didn't have anything yet. Yeah, okay, so it signifies to me he doesn't have Grip Tide or anything like that. Maybe big monsters in his hand? Seems like that's what's happening. Yeah, that's not really a very big problem for me. I can just kind of like tap that down. Or kill it in combat with a Lash of the Whip when it attacks. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely winning this race. Yeah, I mean, he's just dead if I draw a land. So the question is, what sideboarding plans do I want to have? Favorite Hoplite is basically not a card. So I'm going to be lashing this turn. So if I attack with everything, tap down Guardians, he blocks probably my Agent of Fates. I turn Fox. He has no possible tricks up. I turn Fox into a 2/1 that kills my Agent of Fates. Not the greatest. Or I can tap down Vulpine Goliath, and then he blocks one of my 3/3s, and I just kind of kill him. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, he just sits dead. You're dead. Alright, so he's blue green, like he's just gonna have huge flyers. So I need to figure out ways to deal with huge flyers. Looks like a probably pretty tempo oriented game, so I think just my aggro build is what I want. I don't want to necessarily bring in like slow stuff and like draw spells. Disciple of Phoenix could be pretty sweet to pick a fatty out of his hand. Ash Rider could be fine, but I don't really want that. I do just want all this tempo stuff. I'll be on the draw, but yeah, I think all the removal is pretty awesome. Gray Merchant is not going to be great at all in this. Maybe I want like a Disciple over a Gray Merchant. I mean, this is a nice finisher, but he's going to be dealing damage in like huge 6-point chunks and stuff like that. So I think gaining 5 is not going to be that crazy good. This also just brings my curve down a little bit. Is there anything that I don't want that Gray Merchant is worse than? I want all my little creatures here. Chose my Healer is actually probably pretty sweet. I kind of forgot this was in my deck. Is this just bad? He kind of has blue. He's flyers. Maybe I don't want that. I don't know why that's in my deck, really. So do I want like an Ashen Rider over a Gray Merchant? I don't think I'm going to have a lot of time to cast that in this matchup. Nope, I'll keep that. So I got turn 2 Fleshmad Steed, and then we'll see from there. Maybe I can also get some help from the draw step. This is not a great hand. I don't really want to just play out Alseid as a 3 as a that's pretty good. So now I can Fleshmad Steed and then Snare Cast. Hopefully plays like a Guardians of Meletis or something like that. Well, that actually is pretty good against my deck. This would be, the best draw would be like Agent of Fates and then a Swamp. So if he's not playing anything, could have Stymied Hopes. And this is horrible that I did not have Phalanx Leader out. That's fine though. Actually, I probably just played Fleshmad Steed anyway. Start the beats. This you should always, if you have like Play and Swamp, and next turn you're gonna cast a 2-drop. Play the plane so that if you top deck Phalanx Leader, you have the option of playing Phalanx Leader. I don't think it'll matter here, but it's still pretty bad. So if he plays, oof. So he's Bant. I mean, that's pretty good. So I just get to tap that down and start trying to race, but I think tempo is going to be basically the only thing that does in this game. He's pretty close to making it invincible too. I want to lash that really bad. So maybe if he lets the shields down and feels the need to keep developing his board. Luckily, both things I want to do are basically I want to race to make Fleecemane Lion a little worse, and I wanted to force him force him to kind of have some pressure, so that he's not just like able to. So he has to develop his board, so he can. So I can hopefully get Fleecemane Lion off the board. Sorry, hard to get that sentence out. Yeah, I mean, Fleecemane Lion is good, and he has a lot of cards in hand, so I'm not like safe by any means, but my draw is pretty good here. My best draw, I'll have 4 next turn. Maybe just like, I need a swamp at some point. But on 4, what would be sweet? He can't really attack here because I could have Boon of Erebos. Alright. So, Fleecemane Lion is up. If he just chooses to do that next turn, that could be in some trouble. Maybe just Agent of Fates him out. Pretty okay with you attacking. Yeah. Okay, so Swamp is pretty good there. I think I just... So he's gonna Monstrous. I kind of want to like bluff. So next turn if he Monstrouses, I'm in some amount of trouble. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to play Phalanx Leader, and he's going to be too afraid to block. I'm going to attack with both. Alright, this is definitely risky, and he could kind of just blow me out here. But I'm just going to attack. He could have a Pump spell up. That might be a reason to not attack. I'm just going to... I mean, how can I win this game if he makes that a 4-4? I mean, I can make my guys huge. Observant Alseid on Phalanx Leader makes those guys 3/3s, and I can race. Alright, I don't need to throw away my guys. So he knows I don't have, like, the Boon of Erebos now, probably. But I mean, I probably would have attacked, or maybe could have attacked if he didn't have Primal Surge up. But, you know, if I have Boon of Erebos there and he Primal Surges, like, I just lose my guy anyway. So it's not like the best bluffing situation. So is he just making it monstrous? It's a little risky, but there's not much I could have up, yeah. I mean, if he just races, he could actually be in a little bit of trouble here. Hexproof, indestructible monsters, so that's good. I mean, the thing is, I can actually deal with that with Agent of Fates if I keep his other stuff off the board. Yeah, I'm really glad he's attacking. And now I can just race him. Now he's actually, like, losing this race. And he used all his mana. That's not very good on his part. Yeah, I mean, this is insane. He's taking a lot of damage here. He's gonna have to like chump with Voyaging Satyr. I mean, if he has like a big old fatty that can block all these, that's kind of problematic for me. But I am winning this race by a lot. And Phalanx Leader, yeah. So he can do 4 this turn, but he's only at 8. So he kind of has to leave the thing back now. And that gives me time to dig for something to put on Phalanx Leader to make him even bigger. If he has like Grip Tider here, like I'd probably just lose, but I'm not that worried about that. What I want is like Agent of Fates into spell so I can whip his guy. So if he has Nimbus Naiad here, that's kind of a beating, but he still can't really attack. Nemesis, that's pretty good. Oh, I can just sip of Hemlock that, and I will. No need to let him make that monstrous. He's still a ways off from making it monstrous, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no, if he gets to land next turn, it's monstrous. So I gotta just kill that now. So is it worth killing that and kind of suiciding my guys? He will go to 6, block Phalanx Leader and chump and go to 3. I don't think that's worth it. I think maybe next turn if he's tapped out. So I think I just sit and pass. And I have a lot of live draws. Like the Intimidate thing would be obviously just game over. Tap that guy. Forgot about that. No attacks. So that's worth noting. If I do this pre-combat, that guy's not attacking. So that's a thing that I had forgotten. It didn't matter that turn because I didn't want to do it anyway, but for future reference. So I probably need to wait at least another turn after my next one to attack because I want to like whip something at the end of turn. So like if he plays a 5/5 here, that's a little problematic. I'm drawing quite live. Like the Bestow guy is pretty good. Agent of Fates into like Heliod, chosen by Heliod or something like that. I mean that's getting a little speculative, but Voyage's End. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's not that good. Still can't really attack. Being at 6 is pretty small. He gets to scry. It's probably not the best. Like, Grip Died would be pretty good. Fleece Main Lion. Pretty good. What does he have here? Tapped 3. Agent of Horizons? Be alright. Start clocking me. 4. I don't really know if I agree with that Voyage's End. I mean, having large creatures doesn't even really matter for me. And next turn I can just cast Phalanx Leader and have it Lash of the Whip, so I think that's pretty bad. I think he needed to try and use that for value. And I've forgotten a couple times that when you remove the creature that's being bestowed by a Dryad, the Dryad just stays in play. So maybe that's what he did there. Not a 2-for-1. In fact, it's a... Oof. Oh yeah, that's the right play. I thought he was going to put it on Fleece Mane. That's pretty good. Putting on that guy, pretty good. He's going to get whipped, so that's kind of tough for him. If he attacks, though, he's just screwed again. No, okay. It's going to be a while, so... I could use... Do I have flyers in my deck? Dude, now would be... Alright, so... Phalanx Leader. Swamp. And pass. Not attacking. Let's see, he could block my 3/3 and my 3/3, and I put him to 3 and lose both my guys. Not gonna happen. Plus it taps my Flesh My Seed if I want to kill out Voyaging Satyr. So the question is, do I want to kill Voyaging Satyr on his upkeep or in turn? I think in turn. I don't care, but he already has like access to a lot of mana, so I will pass the turn. And I'll have up whip. In a turn, I'm probably going to whip the Satyr, and then I can attack and put him to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If he plays a guy, that could be pretty good. I'd probably still whip whatever's an X4. Just to put myself in a position to... Alright. I think I will whip this X4, and then if I come up with like a Heliod, Emissary of Heliod, that'd be pretty close to game over. Please attack. He may feel the need to attack just because he's at such a low life total. You need to in the game, or else I'll just, you know, tap deck a Gray Merchant or something like that. Gray Merchant would also be a pretty sweet draw next turn. Gain 3, drain 3. So I'm gonna lash the Satyr, which will probably make him sad. He can block 2 creatures with that this turn. It is worth noting. So I don't really have a good attack yet, but I still am pretty sure I want to lash. He's down to 1 card in hand, and I get the feeling he just top decked this last turn because he hasn't been using much of his mana. He had the mana to Feral Invocation and play that, so he just top decked that. So whatever he has in his hand has been in his hand. So I don't think it's a real spell. I think it's like a land. So end of turn, I'm gonna lash his guy. Another thing. I don't think that's what he meant to do. What? I'm confused. Is he trying to just throw me off my game? Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Favorite hoplite? Not exactly what I was looking for. So if I attack with everything, he blocks my 3 power guys. I put him to 3. No, and if I just play this out, he still can't really attack. So I'm just gonna play favorite hoplite and pass. He has green up, so he can't do anything other than Warrior's Lesson. But I don't want to. He would eat my Snarecaster, block that, go to 3, and then next turn I just don't have anything going. So yeah, I'm pretty happy I whipped there. Like, obviously it kind of turns into a bit of a top deck war, but I think it's okay because I have some good top decks. 6 life is not much. It's going to be a bit before he can really profitably attack. Like a Nemesis of Mortals, if he has 2, would be good here. Nimbus Naiad would obviously be good. But again, like, attacking is scary. That's good. He gets to set up his deck. That is quite good. He just top decked to that. Beats my top deck of favorite hoplite. So if I have, what I want now is the +2/+2 on 2 guys thing. I just attack with everybody and kill him. Gray Merchant is also pretty sweet. Put him to 3, and I can attack and kill him. Not quite kill him. If he attacks, he's drawn dead to a lot of stuff. Gray Merchant would be alright. Heliod's Emissary would be insane. Game over if I draw the double pump spell. Agent of Fates would be pretty. Sip of Hemlock, that's good. So now I sip, and I think I just win. So he's at 4, and he blocks this, and he dies. He blocks the 2 biggest guys and goes to 1. I kind of forgot that that's how that worked. I still do that anyway. I keep the Fleshmad Steed. I can't get it out of my head. So if I attack with everybody, he eats the Snarecaster, blocks the Alseid, and goes to 1. Next turn I have 4 attackers, 4 lethal attackers to his top deck. Yeah, I think I just do that. Yeah, so he's gonna eat my Snarecaster. Whoa. Oh, I guess they're not all lethal, are they? Oh, yeah. It's possible he should have just blocked my Phalanx Leader. That's what I thought he was gonna do. But I guess that's pretty good too. That means he's not like dead to some stuff. Leave my planes in my hand to represent God's will. So next turn, these 2 guys aren't actually lethal. So that may be kind of awkward. But I think that's right. Just put him to 2. Gray Merchant is lethal now. Yeah, and he still has no good attacks, so I'm putting the heat on. If he also is going to beat me this turn, his clock is going to be like pitifully small. So 4, he's going to take 5 as a Nimbus Naiad. Doesn't do anything. You can't do that. That just doesn't resolve. Yeah. That doesn't resolve. Yeah, I think that he thought that would make it a 5/5. This attack, this is just like a suicide attack. Yeah, he's dead. I guess so. He has Voyage's End, and he's dead. I think that was just like a cute thing. He just wanted to activate it again. Alright. So that was a pretty good couple games. I think my deck performed pretty nicely. I'll take a look, and I don't think I want to make any changes. I kind of forgot that Cavalry Pegasus is in there. It's very possible that should be out. I guess I had it in there because I have the 2 Phalanx leaders, or the 1 Phalanx leader and the two favorite hoplites. But it's possible that that's just bad. Alright, well, we'll be back for the next round. Alright, so we are back for round 2, and here is probably a mulligan. I don't have anything I can cast. If I get a plains, then I mean, still a kind of awkward draw. This is a nice start, but I'm not gonna risk having a Cavern Lampad be my first play. This is much better. It's certainly not beautiful. Well, I guess I should play my plains first. And I think, like, I'm playing this aggro deck, so if I had the Ashen Rider deck, that might kind of change my estimation. Oof, it's pretty insane. So let's attack first. So now I want him to not have Spark Build. The best draw would be probably the double pump spell. Yeah, that's fine. You gotta figure that that's dying. So they put card on top, card on bottom. Ah, Scourge Mark. That's nice. Alright, draw me into those lands I need. That was actually a pretty sweet top deck. So he's curving out. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm okay with that. I wouldn't want to see a flame jab or whatever. Searing Spear. Alright, I'll attack. So, I mean, this guy is nice because... do I want to play just a Cavern Lampad? I think I do. And just keep the beats on. This guy's not going to be able to be blocked against them. And, you know, getting a counter on Favorite Hoplite is not, like, insane or anything. Yeah. So he kind of has my Favorite Hoplite shut down, so... But I have him on somewhat of a clock with a Lampad. Yep. So he seems like he's playing pretty well. Putting me on a clock. Okay, well, kind of flooding out here. Don't think I want to, like, trade the Disciple for the Hoplite, just because the Hoplite can get better. And he has to block here, so... I'll hold on. Just attack with this guy. Alright, so he's racing 5 a turn now if he wants. If he plays like, you know, Stone Shock Giant, I'm kind of just boned. He leaves back the first striker, which signifies to me he has a trick. This seems kind of strange. He's bestowing? Celebrants? Alright, so I think I just attack with Hoplite now, maybe. Oof, that's a nice one. Yeah. Sip of Hemlock, your big guy. Attack for a bunch. So, it's tapped out. Can't have tricks. Yeah, that Sip was a nice top deck. By the way, my pool and my deck are pretty good, I think. There's no like obvious build, but I feel pretty good about him. I got him on a 3-turn clock if he can't kill my Lampad. This is Searing Spear, Lightning Strike. Not what I want to see. But he needs like... Voyaging Satyr? Not gonna do it. 3-drop Nesting Courser. Time to Feed. That's gonna be pretty much game. I'm at 10, he's at 9. Gotta get another sweet one here. Not a sweet one. So I just gotta get in my attacks, I think. So he's doing 3, 4, 5 next turn. Put me on a 1-turn clock. And I am putting him to 6. So I need a sweet top deck. He probably doesn't have much left in his hand. He has a nice block with the Voyaging Satyr, though. Oh man, the Fleshmat Seed is like the worst. I think I just need to put the pressure on. If I get like an Emissary or something like that. Yeah, I mean, that Time to Feed was a huge blowout. So, he attacks with everything, puts me to 5. It's possible I could want to chump. I don't really think he has a trick. So next turn I could put him to 1, let's get a trick, in which case maybe I could like kill him. None of my guys are very good on defense though. I think I want to just take it and maybe attack with Fleshmat Steed next turn. I'm not sure exactly what I'm trying to draw, like... Alright, so I think I just attack with Fleshmad. Unless I get like a sweet draw. I'm gonna upkeep something. Agent of the Fates, not the worst. So... if I attack with just Fleshmad, put him to 4, or I can attack with both. There's nothing with Flash, but he could have removal, so I think I just want to attack with Fleshmad and play Agent of the Fates. And then I guess I just trade with... I can block Spear Point Oriad. Yeah, I think I want Favorite Hoplite back. I mean, if he has a trick to kill that, I'm fine. This guy's also dangerous to like have back on defense. So I just want to get in beats with it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
A vast virus database has been updated.
Pardon me. My cheapo antivirus software. Alright, so Agent of the Fates gives me a lot of sweet top decks, but I'm at a very precarious life to win. I think, you know, if he attacks, I'll just block. He's also at a very precarious life total. Again, I have some good top decks. Like if he gets a Elia's Emissary, that would be pretty good. In fact, that might be unbeatable. So Gray Merchant is lethal. I kind of want to keep around some of these black symbols. Attack with everybody? Seems weak sauce. I'm just going to make the obvious blocks here. I mean, if he has a combat trick, if he has a Primal Surge and I don't block Disciple, I'm just dead. If he has the double first strike thing, then I get blown out. Okay, so he can have Primal Surge, Feral Invocation, the +1/+0 to 2 guys thing, Boon Satyr. So if I block the Oread and this guy, I definitely live. And he probably like eats my favorite Hoplite, and then I need something pretty sweet to kill him. Yeah, I think I just need to do that and not die. I'm pretty sure it's Primal Surge. I also need to be careful of Primal Surge on the attack back. Yeah, I could like block like that, and I just lose. Yeah, so. It's possible I just win. He just had to make that attack. I think he's gonna Primal Surge on the Spear Point Oread. Savage Surge. Yeah. Eat my guy. Have his 4/4 guy back. Okay, I put these all in the stack. Okay. So, yeah, I need Emissary or Sip of Hemlock or Gray Merchant. That doesn't do it. So now I just have to chump. Just play that and pass. Chump with Fleshman. Unless he has a removal spell, in which case I'm just dead. Yeah, I mean, I drew pretty bad that game, I sort of think. I don't think I played it real wrong. So, game 3. I still, do I have any draws? Okay. So, got a block. No, I don't think I have anything. Alright. So he had First Strikers, enchantments. Do I have enchantment removal I want? Yeah, why is this not in my deck? Ray of Dissolution seems awesome. Right, this is... Ray of Dissolution kills like a lot of his stuff. It seems like the Oread. I'm imagining he might have a Disciple in there. I mean an Emissary. And the life gain I think is relevant. I still don't want this big stuff. Disciple might be good. Fleshman's Deeds seems kind of rough. He has kind of like some pretty decent removal, and the body just seems kind of outclassed. So it makes me a little less aggro, but I think I just am fine setting that out. Still like Chosen by Heliod. Still like Lash. Still love the Sip of Hemlocks. Right, this is tied 1-1, right? 41. Yeah. I'm gonna set out a Tormented Hero. It doesn't seem that relevant. So I'm a little less aggro, but I still don't want this heavy stuff. This is the nuts. I would like to keep it. You know, I need some sort of pump effect. Like a Chosen by Heliod would really get me there. But yeah, I have a 1, 2, 3, which is going to be hard for him to come back. You know, I'd love to draw like a Scourge Mark, and then I could cast it on turn 3 and then curve into Laganaban Elder and gain some life. But this seems pretty good. I'm going to put some pressure on him potentially with this hand. I know him. Oh, so he mulliganed. Seems fair. Do you mulled at 5? Yeah, don't have the Scorpion. Yeah, and this swamp is awesome too, because I get to 2-for-1 him. Especially on a mulligan, that's pretty brutal. And then I just need like any kind of tempo spell to make this one pretty good. Satyr's not that good for him. I'm happy to trade the Hoplite. Swamp. Okay. Attack, attack. Yeah, if he eats my Hoplite, I'm totally okay with that. And he won't either. Won't gain the life, but it's okay. This is a pretty mean curve out. Four drop? Yeah, that's something. That's still not huge. Okay, stop drawing lands now. Alright, let's just see what he's working with. So show me 2. Forest, swamp. Let's take the swamp. So it sounds like he's flooded, so I just attack with Elder and kind of force the trade. I don't want to get anything eaten. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good stabilizing play, frankly. He might just get me. Another one? Okay, that's not too bad. I'm still shutting down my dudes. Would like to see something that's not... that's the perfect card. Alright, so attack with everything. He blocks, I do damage. I'm not sure if I use it if he doesn't block, but probably. I'm not sure if is there a double block that's bad for me here? I don't think so. Cobra, that's his screen name. Oh yeah. Okay, so I think I do want to just go ahead and eat his stuff and get in some damage. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I just end the beatdown. I mean, it's not a low life total for him. It's not like a great position for me, especially if he just starts dropping like big guys. It's kind of like Primal Surge and making 4/4. That's fine. Not good for me though. Nope, just attacking. So he has 5 up. He has Boon Satyr. I smell Boon Satyr. Okay, well, lands. We'll just draw lands, I guess. So Boon Satyr would be good. Primal Surge. He eats my guy. So he has Primal Surge, so I'm just not going to attack. And that's unfortunate, but Did he bluff me? Does he just have a bunch of... So, I could just block with this guy and lose him, but no, he's still 4/4, and I have just problems beating that. Feral Invocation, make it a 6/6. I mean, if he didn't have Primal Surge, I think he would have... He might not have. The 2 damage just really doesn't matter here. Hopefully I just draw something that makes the Primal Surge not good. I'm not drawing like a champ. Okay, so Primal Surge, he eats my favorite Hoplite. He knows I'm playing around it, so he eats my favorite Hoplite, but I kind of just need to test him and see if he has it, I think. Gets to be a 6/6. I think I just attack. Yeah, he hasn't. So that was nice patience on his part. Savage Surge is the name of that card. And he has to do this and just eat my Hoplite. That's fine. It might not be the best block, honestly, if I have a thing to save it. But I'm not really making a ton of headway in this game. Still, also, it looks like he doesn't have much in his hand. I don't know why he gave me that swamp. If he has black cards in his hand, does he just have pump spells? Lash of the Whip 1 time. Yeah. I think it's okay to just attack into that Primal Surge. Maybe a little impatient, but like, I'm not winning the late game. He just starts casting, like, whatever. Vulpine Goliaths. And I just lose. There's the mountain. Oh, he had that swamp in there. That's weird. Yep, okay. Yep. Don't need to block yet. Actually, yep. No. I mean, it's lethal next turn, but let's just see what we draw. There, I knew you would come through for me. So we attack first with everybody. Kill your guy. Important to attack first so he doesn't get the first striker as a blocker. And we'll pass. So now he's back to being in trouble. I get a lot of tricks that keep me alive. And this is why I play like that. Like, the 1 damage from favorite Hoplite is like better than soaking up the 8 damage, I think, if I get something like a Sip of Hemlock. I'm not sure if I had like the percentages and the math right. Another Nemesis? Oh, that's a cheap Nemesis. Alright. Chosen by Heliod. That's pretty good. Let's see what we draw into. Agent of the Fates. Drew those in the wrong order. So I don't really want to attack into that thing. I just want to play my agent and then, like, next turn draw a bestow creature. That'd be pretty awesome. Not attacking into the Nemesis and eating a guy in exchange for 3 damage to put you to 2. Don't want to do that. Although that does make my subsequent Sips of Hemlock lethal, Grey Merchants. So 6 damage. I guess I do have to block that. That's kind of annoying. I'll block with the Disciple. It's not much of a card. So something to trigger the agent, like an Emissary would be awesome. Alright, so I have some attacks here at least. attack with favored hoplite and eat his guy. So, attack with favored hoplite. He chumps with Opaline Unicorn. Could attack with everything. He eats Traveler, chumps Agent, goes 3, I die. I'm assuming he might have another Primal Surge too, which could be a problem. But I think I just want to attack and at least like eat his Unicorn. So maybe he has some trick he's planning to kill me with. This deck might have too many lands. Like, it's nice to curve out, but then if I'm going to be top decking 1-drops, it's kind of rough. Don't kill my guy. Yeah. Targeting Agent of Fates. Okay. And I got a chump with Traveling Philosopher. Well, I mean, he's not, like, out of danger. So, gotta block here. The way he's playing it, I have some live draws. Oh, well, that was not one of them. So, that stinks. Yeah, I just play the plains. Pretend like I'm thinking about attacking. So, next turn I have to block the Nemesis and go to 3. And then I don't think I have any live draws. Sip of Hemlock doesn't do it. Gray Merchant doesn't do it. I think I'm just dead. So I just have to. Maybe he won't. He won't actually attack with everything. Play plains. I don't think it's right to keep the plains in my hand. Oh my god, he's just attacking with that. Well, that's better. So now if I kill that, I get another turn. So now I just need to draw a Sip of Hemlock followed by Gray Merchant. No, now I'm dead. Definitely dead. Wow. Well, I drew a lot of lands there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So I have a lot of lands, but it's a rough proportion. I felt like that I played that game fine. It's possible I chumped with that Disciple a little bit early, but yeah. And I also think my deck was like fairly decent compared to his. It's possible I should have sided into the huge stuff. But it is what it is. Alright, well, we're done with this one, and see you next round. Alright guys, we are back for round 3. I have 18 lands, and I kind of don't love mulling this one, but it's pretty bad. The level of the cards is high, but I think I just mulligan that. This is much better. I'll keep. I'm gonna draw here, but I can get a Traveling Philosopher, which can be a nice defensive guy. It looks like it will be, with a Chosen by Heliod on it. Play the plains, so I don't think I'll play the Phalanx Leader, but again, you want the option. I'm gonna get a dude. Okay, not a Scourge Mark, which is good for me. Yeah, that's not too bad. So he looks like pretty aggro dude. I'll play Fleshmat Steed just in case I want to trade with the Eidolon. This guy's less valuable. This is kind of shutting down his offense a little bit. Can only attack with Eidolon. If he attacks with the Eidolon, I kind of want to just Fleshmad. Yeah, it's I'm not really doing much with that. I don't want to make that my bestow target or anything like that, so I think it's fine. Yeah, and he thinks next turn he'll be able to get in with Crusader, but that is not true. Alright, so now I want to get all these 18 lands. That's pretty good. Yeah, so my draw is matching up nicely to his draw. Now I wish I had the 8-drop in my deck. Fabled Hero. Really? Just gonna get rared out of this whole match, I guess. Alright, so I want to play Phalanx Leader. Ugh. Fabled Hero. You gotta be kidding me. I do want Phalanx Leader because I need to kind of try and race this Fabled Hero. But yeah, I guess I have to do that. Yeah, this is obvious. And not attacking, so I'd probably just get blown out by this Fabled Hero, but whatever. So next turn I can Chosen by Heliod on the Phalanx Leader, and maybe I'll even be able to Dauntless Onslaught as well and put some beats on. But this Fabled Hero is so threatening. I mean, if he just has like Observant Alseid this turn, I just to take like 1,000. No, okay. At least there's that. Take 4. Yeah, I mean, it's just such an efficient creature. Triad of Fates. Okay, so he can put counters on his stuff, and then he can either eat them or flicker them. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so this is great. So I'm gonna Heliod this guy up. See what I draw. Lash of the Whip is so good there. So next turn I'm lashing. So I kind of want to just Dauntless Onslaught here. Attack. Maybe try to get him to trade and just do a bunch of damage. Yeah, let's see. I don't want to leave my guys back on defense against this hero. Yeah. Hopefully I get to eat something. So do I want to hit him for 5 here, or hit him for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? I think I want to hit him to 11. Card disadvantage, but there's nothing really he can do. And this puts a ton of pressure on him. I mean, again, he can just kind of do the exact same thing to me with Fabled Hero, but then I get to kill Fabled Hero, and that's just all pretty good for me. He has no good blocks next turn. Pragma Warcaller. Okay, so he's going to just do a zillion damage. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He put him to 3, but then he's just kind of dead next turn. Going to be a lot of damage. Haste guy's pretty good there. Seven. So I'm facing down some heat, hot heat here. So Emissary is gonna be next turn, I think. I'm gonna whip. I kind of want to. Man, okay. So he can put a counter on my guy and then like flicker it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So he's probably gonna chump here. And maybe he can make like a token. I could also Emissary, but that's not good. It just gets +3/+3. It's gonna be next turn, so I can like kind of curve into that. I kind of want to just whip the hero, but I'm gonna do whip on his turn. The problem is, I also want to whip Triad. If he didn't have Crusader, I would whip Triad and just put him down to 2. No, because I'm dead. But Triad, he can flicker my guy. Look, at least it returns, so I can chump with it. He's gonna probably want to flicker Phalanx Leader, so I kind of want to just attack with a 4/4. If he has God's Willing, he can. That's not that great. And then hold up Lash of the Whip. He'll flicker my Phalanx Leader, leaving me with a 4/4, and then I can like make it big again with Emissary. Yeah, that seems good. 8, 7, 6, 5. Just put him to 6. Maybe I just attack with Phalanx Leader. That way, if he wants to flicker it, it's not as big of a deal. If he has God's Willing, he can eat it though. Then maybe I'll kill Triad. So, God's Willing is a card here. He only has one thing in his hand. But next turn I can... Yeah, he's just gonna jump. So, I don't think I want to whip now. It's possible I just want to whip Triad. So then he puts me to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Puts me to dead. So I think I just let him flicker my Traveling Philosopher, which you probably won't even do. Just attack with everybody. So if he just attacks with everyone, I eat his Triad and kill this and go to 3. If he flickers my guy or kills my guy, I whip his thing and go to 3. That seems pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, who's he putting? Targeting Traveling Philosopher, yeah. So you can also kill it and draw 2, but that just seems worse. Just here's another Kragma Warcaller. Fanatic. Alright, let me think about this. So that puts me to 6. I might just want to kill... He has 0 cards in hand. Oh, well, I thought he had one. 0 cards in hand. Do I care whether I go to 5 versus... versus 6? I think that's okay. Just kill the Warcaller. He might not attack then, is the only thing. I'm not Azrid on Fabled Hero. I need to kill something. I think I just want to kill Kragma Warcaller. And I think this is fine. It's possible I should hold that to bait him into a more aggressive attack, but I'm in a pretty defensive posture right now. Triad is good. Fanatic is pretty good too. So he's just 3 colors, so I think I want to be pretty aggressive, and I don't think I want to side into my big guys again. All my removal is good here. He has like insanely powerful cards. And just hope hope he gets kind of mana screwed. So does he flicker my guy and attack me down to 2? Seems like that might be a pretty good thing to do, but it does leave him. No, I mean, I'm kind of hurting here. Alright, I think I just trade. 0 cards in hand, I'll trade. Right, 0 cards in hand. Just trade. Unless he wants to like flicker it now, in which case that's a terrible attack because he just doesn't do any damage. I'm okay with that. THS Emissary is pretty good. So I kind of want to just play Erebos' Emissary. So I get in, play Erebos' Emissary. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I mean I'm dead on the counterattack, so I need to just play it out. So put a fate counter on like my Phalanx leader. I do want to get in. Or I could just cast Heliod's Emissary and then next turn. I see this is nice. He doesn't really have any good attacks. I need to cast something. And the question is, do I attack? Come to 6. I think I want Heliod's Emissary in play, so the Triad of Fates. No. 4, 6. So neither of his attackers is lethal, but I can't let him get both through. So first let me attack. No, because then he can just do my guy in a turn. Okay, so if he flickers my Phalanx leader though, this falls off and comes into play. Nope, but then I'm just dead without him flickering it. Alright, I think I just want to cast that and pass. I can cast Boon, cast Erebos' Emissary. And so I don't think I attack, right? Because next turn he can get rid of that guy and just kill me. So I have to just pass. Who's he putting on? Probably Phalanx leader. So next turn I can like Heliod's onto Erebos' Emissary. Ugh, what is this? Rage of Perforos? So I'm just dead. Oh, and I should have discarded Heliod's Emissary. Yeah. No. Well, no, because yeah, he can't kill me. It's okay. I think maybe it was right to not die. So draw 2. To 2. So I drew Tormented Hero and Swamp. It's actually not the worst, so I can play Tormented Hero. Both of his guys are lethal. So I need to just cast Tormented Hero, cast Heliod's Emissary. Enters tapped. Oh. Oh, so I'm just dead. probably. And I don't like have any time on my clock. Alright, so what you got? That Triad of Fates is quite a card. Okay, so he has like removal bombs, little heroic guys. Maybe I do want to be the bigger deck this time. Oh. Why is Disciple of Phoenix not in my deck? It doesn't go back to the automatic. Oh no, this started off on my sideboard. I think I do want that actually. I kind of want Ashen Rider just to kill his problematic permanents, even though he's kind of aggressive. Like Tormented Hero seems bad. Yeah, let's just be a little less aggressive. Play a little more of card quality game. Verdict seems pretty decent against his attacker dudes. Yeah. Also, did I see anything for Ray of Dissolution? I don't think so. I kind of want a Verdict, so then I can maybe take out like I kind of still like my sort of fast start stuff. Cavalry Pegasus can come out, and maybe Erebos' Emissary can come out. I know it's awesome, but you know what? He's black, so Cavern Lampad might not be that good. And white, yeah, let's do that. Alright, so what will be on the play? This. This is suitable. Keep. Lead with a white for the Phalanx leader purposes. So that was a long game one. It'd be nice to just like have a sweet draw and have my opponent have a bad draw for once. I feel like I've been the recipient of some pretty insane draws. So next turn I'll swamp and probably land in Snarecaster. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, this is not a good matchup, but I can probably make him the recipient of an Observant Alseid. I'm not sure if I want to... I probably want to just play... Oh, that's totally fine. That's like the best. I'm like legitimately glad he did that. It matched up so badly against the Crusader. I feel like I won there. So let's just cast Lagana Band Elder. Makes sense him dirtling around with his favorite hoplite. And I mean, I need lands. I can play out hoplite and then two-headed Cerberus. It's pretty good. He has all these things I really do want to kill. Divine Verdict. Okay, so I didn't draw what I wanted to draw. So I think I will attack with Lagana Band Elder and offer the trade with his Cerberus. It's a nice little like race. We have a 6-point life differential if he lets it through. Okay, I'm happy with that trade. I don't want that becoming sweet. Nope. He's gonna take it. So now, at least Divine Verdict is going to be pretty good. This is good against the hero decks. And it might be I want the second one too, like over a Disciple of Phoenix. Yeah, he's just going to trade. That makes me think he doesn't have many heroic enablers in his deck right now. Yeah, that's good. Luckily, I have my verdict. I would like to hit a land. Okay, well. I think Observant Al-Sayed. It's possible I do just want to play that out to kind of race. If he is starting attacking with Perf versus Emissary. It is. So I'm probably gonna kill Perf versus Emissary. If I hit a swamp, I can Phoenix. I'll just play this out, get it on the board. Yeah, not a super awesome draw. I'll probably take 3 here. Man, that last breath was just such a bad play. It seemed like it just gives me all the time in the world to correct this draw. And it's not like he had a super aggressive draw. It didn't seem like. Well, that's good. Alright, land for Divine Verdict, please. Alright. Let's attack with Al-Sayed. And both, yeah, both. That's pretty sweet, actually. That's not so good on defense. At least I get to cast on my little guys this turn. Not drawing like Sip of Hemlocks. So I hope we can have like Anger of the Gods. Pretty good. So I mean, he's definitely winning the race, but I mean I could even like gang block if I wanted to. Get 2 for 1, but no, I'm just gonna try and draw this Divine Verdict. Oof. So that might change things, because I want to be able to verdict that. So if he attacks, he has up Titan Strength. Ooh, he didn't attack. That's great. Now I can Divine Verdict you. Do I have attacks here? No, I do not. So hopefully he doesn't have much else for Fabled Hero. Those are both cards I need to Divine Verdict. Yeah, but let's just kill the, I think the Lifelinker guy. Take 4, and then maybe we can start racing in somewhat profitable of a way. Want to chump really. Like if I get the double pump spell or something, even bestowing a Emissary on one of these hoplites could be okay. Not exactly what I needed. So I just attack with everybody and play Erebos' Emissary. I don't think I want to hold it to bestow, because it means I'll be trying to hit lands. Yeah, Observant Al-Sayed is awesome here, and playing it out has ended up being really good. It's holding off the Crusader and everything. Yeah, I think I just want to play this. So he has more cards in hand than me. My little guys on board are like not great. So theoretically, I can trade here. What's the most punishing thing that can happen? He can play Titan Strength and kind of blow me out. then he'll have a 3/3 dude. Next turn I'll be doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to him. I'll be at 11. He'll be at 6. Seems pretty good, but then you can just kind of chump. So he could have the double pump spell, which I don't think he has because he didn't attack with like a Crown Crusader. He could have Titan Strength, or he could have the Coordinator Assault. So I think I'm okay with him Titan Strengthing here because I would rather not just die to it, so I'll block. God's Willing. Yeah, similar. Yeah, that's actually worse, but I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, I mean, he could just put me down to 5 otherwise. I think it's okay to make him have it, and then maybe I just draw like a removal spell here. Though I can't cast it. The one swamp is kind of killing me here. There's something. Alright, so no sense in waiting on that. I need to like chump block with it. Let's see what you have. So he's gonna show me. If it's all action, that's not good for me. 5 mana. He had a couple bigger things. So I wouldn't mind taking mana if he shows me mana. Like, that's what I want to see, is like mountain. It'd be sick if I had Emissary. Maybe I should have thought about that, but again, like if he had just chosen to Viper's Kiss. Well, Viper's Kiss isn't bad, but he can keep that as far as I'm concerned. He can't cast it either. And Pragma Warcaller, that gets discarded. Now let's attack with everybody. I'm in pretty good shape here. I do want to go ahead and attack with everybody. I don't really care about leaving back 2 blockers. Yeah, he could have like a pump spell or something, but I'm not that worried about it. Chump? Yeah, double block. I'll kill the... which one is more valuable? I want to kill... I guess the Crusader. And I'll pass. So I'm probably just going to chump with probably the Disciple, although that makes my Gray Merchants worse, but I could also, he has 3 cards in hand, so I'm taking 6 down to 9, or losing my Disciple and staying at 15. Disciple's actually an okay attacker here, though. I know he has a Viper's Kiss and 2 other things in hand, so I think I can take 1 hit here. Although, am I gonna attack next turn with Disciple? Probably not. Probably won't leave it back then. Although it does make my... I think I'll just take 1 hit. So if I get like Gray Merchant or something. That's good. Very good. I need like a Scythic Hemlock. Too many lands in this deck, I guess. Alright, so Titan Strength as your last card. I'll attack with just these 2, I guess. Could attack with Disciple here, but I think I'm just kind of like dead in a lot of scenarios there. Yeah, I mean, if you have Titan Strength, that's... I'm not going to not attack playing around that. Alright, in it to win it. Okay, so I have to chump the Fabled Hero. He has something like Hope Eidolon for Winged Sea Rider would end this pretty handily. I think I just jump here with the Favored Hoplite. I think my Disciple is a little more valuable. of get the feeling he has black cards in his hand. Yeah, he has a Viper's Kiss. I don't think he has much else. Okay, Scourge Mark is pretty good. I think I want it on just Disciple. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if I'm gonna live to cast that. So I'm at 7. I gotta chump the hero next turn. So if I attack with just Disciple and I'll say it 7. I can attack with everything and put him to 1. He probably blocks. God, I hope we get a land next turn. I can win this. So definitely him and him. Do I want to attack with him? So if he has a removal spell for that guy, then I just lose. So yeah, I just do those. Gotta be mindful of my clock too. I mean, like Titan Strength on Winged Steed Rider just ends the game. I mean, he thinks I could have Divine Verdict. So I just jump. Alright. Alright. I'll say it, and that's pretty good. So I got a bunch of Vigilance attackers. So, I mean, he has me dead in the air, but... land one time. Viper's Kiss. It's not that bad. I'm just kind of basically chumping with a Disciple anyway. Yeah, that's totally fine. I mean, he still needs something to not trade. Glad I took that Kragmore collar. Yeah, gotta follow it. I might want to go back. I'm on the draw, so I don't really want this. Yeah, let's keep it the same. Those hoplites have been less impressive than I thought. Not great, but I don't think I'm gonna mulligan it. Ugh, I could just kind of get blown out, but I'll keep it. That's a high power level. I'll draw a swamp here. Yeah, I could get beaten down by this Crusader for a while. Oh, that's nice. In case I draw an Emissary, and... I'll pass. So, if he doesn't have anything sweet, we can come back with this Agent of the Fates. That's sweet. Pass. And the next turn, Agent of the Fates, then maybe Dauntless Onslaught, depending on what I draw. And then a pretty good kind of curve. I mean, Agent of Fates is like so bad against the Corroded Crusader. I'm not gonna block if he attacks. Oh my god. Well, this explains his colors here. I guess it's sealed. It's not like that absurd. Alright, I don't have any enchantment removal in my deck, I don't think so. Taking those beats. Alright, I just play an Emissary next turn. That's not so bad. I think I want... which Emissary is better? Erebos' Emissary. I think I want to bestow this guy if that comes up. I can also discard, if I want to keep him alive, maybe discard like one of the, I don't know, Pragma. Alright, I'll probably just block that. Alright, do I want to just make him bigger? How important is this Observant Alseid? No, I don't think I block. I think next turn I just cast Observant Alseid. Oh, I can't necessarily do that. Ah, got lucky. Yeah, Observant Alseid. That's probably better, I think. You might kill it, and then I'll be kind of behind in the life department. But let's see. Yeah, if he tries to kill it with actual removal, I'll probably discard a Heliod. Yeah, he just jumps, that's fine. Alright, I'm so low on time, but I have a pretty powerful draw here if I keep drawing stuff, so I don't feel too bad. I can beat the Double Striker, I can beat Emissary, I can beat that. So 5/4 lifelink. I think I just want to... Let me just block. Or just kill him. I think since it's lifelink, I'm not really aggroing him out. Block. And probably just discard Heliod's Emissary. Yeah, that seems okay. I'm up against the clock here, but I have a sweet hand. Phoenix Leader, Dauntless Onslaught. I'm not gonna use the Dauntless Onslaught yet. I'll use Dauntless Onslaught if he tries to like kill something with a lightning strike. That would be awesome. I'll just attack with just this guy. I'm fine with this. Scholar of Atheros. Alright, I'll probably lash you. It's pretty bad for me. I'll lash you. Oh, you're gonna regenerate it? Okay. Lagana Band is pretty sweet. Alright, I think it's time to attack with those. Let's go ahead and get in the damage. If he has a lightning strike, that kind of sucks, but I might be greedy, I'm not sure. Maybe I just want to get in the damage. Lightning strike would be good here, but like he's pretty far behind. Yeah, I just sipped that and you're so dead. Ash, alright, there's sip. So if I get lands, I'll cast a guy. Oh, I didn't realize that was okay. So he was probably not too happy about that one. That's pretty funny. You know what? This is so tough. It costs so much. I think it's good against his deck, but I think it's right to be on the bench. Read the Bones is another one I haven't cited in, and it's very possible it should be. Well, we'll see. Maybe I will. I'll be right. All right, here we are for round 3. We're round 4. I'm sorry. It's 2-1 with this kind of black-white aggro deck, and this is pretty nice. I think I'll probably just lead off with Tormented Hero and worry about the Phalanx Leader late. I don't think you have a turn 1. Yeah. These lands, man, a lot of them. Yeah, so I think Phalanx Leader is just less pressure. If he plays like a Dryad here, yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Plains, let's attack. I don't think he will trade. Yeah, so I'm on the initiative side of things, and then I can Phalanx Leader, and I'm in pretty good shape here, I think. Let's attack. He may have a pump spell, but I don't care. If he eats my guy, that's not the worst. And maybe because I have Phalanx Leader, that's not the best, but yeah, he's just gonna let it go. Oh, trade. Really? God's willing? Guess he's mana screwed, maybe. Maybe that wasn't the best attack. I have Phalanx Leader. So maybe that keeps him on board. Maybe not the best, but that's alright. I'm pretty excited about this Phalanx Leader into Bestow, guys. So next turn, it's a question of, I think I just cast Lampad, and then I can bestow, that's okay, bestow the So he's gonna play around Boon of Erebos. I want to just run Boon of Erebos because no one plays around it. Yeah, I mean, my draw is pretty good here. So he's gonna get the beatdowns going, but I have the Sip of Hemlock. I don't know. He is gonna outrace me. If he has like big fat creatures, I could be in some trouble here. But if I put Alseid on Phalanx Leader, it'll be 4/4 Vigilance, which will really shut things down on his part. So let's see what he does. And Lampad will also have the counter, it'll be racing. That seems pretty good. 4/5. That'd be awesome. And Thusa. It's a different kind of 4/5. So next turn I'll have Sip for her. I'm not too worried, honestly. And I have some life gain with that. Servant Alseid. Unfortunately, I don't get to get in for 4, but I do get to get in for some Intimidate. Why won't you attack? Yeah, so next turn I get to Sip the Anthusa, and then subsequently gain a little life with the Elder. I'm in a little bit of trouble, and I think I have to just block Phalanx Leader if he does something like attacks with Disciple. Ugh, that's so good. Such a good card. No, Feral Invocation. Yeah. God, that's so big. So big. Alright, well. Jeez. I don't really want to block with Phalanx Leader, but I think I just should. And Sip that guy. I think I should block. I'm not... The race is bad. So I take 5 here, go to 8. Next turn I can clock him down to 15, so I mean he's killing me in the race department. Question is, do I kill Phalanx Leader and Thusa next turn? Or just play Lagana Band Elder? But yeah, I think I just kill... I think Phalanx Leader is worse. I mean, if he doesn't have a spell, if he doesn't have a targeting spell, it's better to kill Anthusa, but if he does, it's honestly probably about even. Maybe just Anthusa is better. Probably just lose if he has a spell either way. Alright, so this is probably a deck where I want to be big. Like, I haven't even drawn my horrible 2/2s, and it's already a pain. He's got a lot of big dudes and some life gain, so this will be fun. Maybe... I don't think I want Read the Bones, but I think I do want Ashen Dude. Maybe Disciple of Phoenix. So, oh, I can't even cast it with him. It's pitiful. Alright. Attack with this guy. Why will it not let me attack with Cavern Lampad, man? It's so annoying. Is my mouse broken? Yeah, I mean, I do need to just keep clocking with Lampad. The life gain here will be good. Maybe that mana base I was talking about with all the planes isn't as good as I thought. It's possible I just misbuilt my pool and shouldn't be this aggro. Well, I don't care about you. You're a Lagana Band Elder. What I care about is the pump spell you have in your hand. So I think I just lose to pump spell. I kind of want to just double block Phalanx Leader. If it is a pump spell, I lose. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have to block. I could just block Leaf Crown, but that seems bad. I could block Leaf Crown and Shump, but that seems pretty worthless. And I could double block there, but that's worthless. So I think I just double block Phalanx Leader, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go to 5 and see what happens. I'm pretty sure I just lose, but yeah, I mean, next turn, if this works, I can sip Anthusa, trade 3/3s, and be in not the worst shape in the world. But definitely not winning. Thought I had a pretty okay draw. You know, I think attacking with a Tormented Hero was just like textbook, like newbie play. When he blocked with the Leaf Crown Dryad. He hadn't blocked last turn, but that's not really telling. That's like what a good player would do. I had the Phalanx Leader in my hand, and if Tormented Hero were 3/2 right now, it would actually be a relevant body. I guess he would have a 3/3 Leaf Crown, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so next turn, I don't even have Sip unless I get a Mountain. I think the best draw is like Swamp into Ashen. Well, I don't have that in my deck right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty dead. So, kill a guy, block a guy, I just die anyway. Alright, so he's green, white, big stuff. He has Feral Invocation, God's Willing. So, I think this Divine Verdict should just like be in my deck. I think I'm dumb. Divine Verdict. I may want Ray of Dissolution. Let's just like take these out. I think that sucks. Ray of Dissolution is a maybe. Ashen Rider is a yes. It's possible this green-black could be a pretty good setup, honestly, but these Farika's Menders, probably not that good against his 3-mana 3/3s. 4-mana 3/3s. Disciple could be good. I do like... So also Griffin could be okay. He didn't have many flyers, but that just Leaf Crown Dryad eats that. Yeah, I think I'm fine siding those out, even though I'm on the play. I guess something like Flesh Mad Steed might be bad. You know, like, it might be Hoplite. Might be better than Flesh Mad Steed. And then I could also side out Cavalry Pegasus. Yeah. Again, this is bad and probably shouldn't be in my deck. Okay. So more mid-range. I like being more mid-range. I would like to play first. Show him my land drops. I'll keep this. It's nothing exciting. Agent of Fates would be quite good with his hand. It doesn't really matter if I play Plains first, but I will. Make him think I have a Phalanx. Play maybe... I don't think that would ever make him play differently. But if it did make him play differently, my hand is like super slow, so that would be good. I think if I don't draw anything relevant, I will just run out Observant Alseid, so I can at least have some sort of board presence. Board presence is just important in this format. And then I can like Scourge Mark onto it and Cantrip. Lash is going to be pretty good, I think. If he has a turn 2 Phalanx leader into some stuff. So he had God's Willing, Feral Invocation, both of which Lash is pretty good against. I do need to be careful of getting my Lash countered by God's Willing. Oh, this is a tough mulligan decision for him, apparently. I like his avatar, Ghost Council. I wouldn't trade my Birds of Paradise for it. But yeah, this is a fine hand. It's, again, possible that I should just be like, if I, you know what I should do going forward is, if I don't slide into the more mid-rangey deck, I think I should be siding out a land. And I think it's also possible that I'm kind of maybe being in too much of a draft mindset where these like one-drop heroic guys are kind of like the best way to win games and like the most powerful thing you can be doing in draft. Maybe that's not really the case in Sealed. It certainly has not been the case in the Sealed events I played. Granted, I've only played in pre-releases, which are like the seeded, like loaded color booster packs, so like the pools are kind of souped up. You get some extra rares, but my most successful decks there were they didn't have any of these like one drops. Some of them were rather aggressive. But alright, that's a good draw. We'll probably run that out faster before the Alseid, especially since he doesn't really have a very aggressive start. Well, he's played one land. If he plays an attacker, it could change what I want to do. So green-white mid-range. I'm expecting like a Leaf Crown Dryad, and if he plays a Leaf Crown Dryad, I'll probably play Observant Alseid maybe. Nah, I think that's bad. I think I run out Lagana Band Elder, and I just like start casting Scourge Marks on it. If I can make Lagana Band Elder into like a 6/4 Vigilance, that could win the game potentially. Phalanx Leader. Okay. Not what I wanted to see. Well, Divine Verdict is pretty good as far as that goes. So play, I think if this is going to be a pretty aggro start, I want to gain some life from Lagana Band Elder, so I'll just cast Observant Alseid. Again, that may be wrong, but I think I want to probably not block the Phalanx Leader here, play Lagana Band Elder, and then like be holding up Divine Verdict to kill his Phalanx Leader, maybe. It depends a little bit. He can't really get out to too much of an aggro start here. I mean, next turn he could play Forest, Leaf Crown, and God's Willing, but that's not even like very good against me. He just have a 2/2 and a 3/3, and have kind of like spent a God's Willing as half of a travel preparations, which is only really good if it puts enough pressure on the board to affect my lines of play, which I don't quite think that will do. I like kind of playing for the life gain here. It's possible that it's wrong, but I think since I have Scourge Mark to trigger heroic if I need to, like if I draw an agent, I think this is right. The sickest would be if I could draw agent, and I would just hold on to the agent and Scourge Mark to do kind of like a 1/2 punch when I have 5 mana up. I'd like to draw my sweet cards. Maybe my deck just isn't sweet enough to draw sweet cards. It seems possible. So yeah, this is round for so I lost to Cobra and beat these two guys. Cobra was what, a Bestow deck? Red Bestow deck? I don't really remember. I haven't played against a lot of black. Yeah, I mean, this format is really interesting. I love the draft. Draft seems pretty awesome. Seal is, I'm maybe still trying to figure out, like, when are you supposed to play Read the Bones? Read the Bones is like a constructed all-star, and I just feel like I never won it in any deck. It's very strange. board presence and tempo are just so key. So if he attacks here, he probably has the enchantment, so I definitely just don't block. Dryad. Ray of Dissolution, that's pretty good. That was a reason to not play that first. I'm not too worried about that. Alright. I think here I want to kill the Phalanx Leader, but if he's going to get counters out of it, he's going to get counters out of it because I can't whip yet. So I think I'll just play the Emissary and bide my time. If he attacks Feral Invocation, make that a 4/4, and I could discard Lagana Band Elder to eat it. That seems pretty awesome. If he has double trick, then that would be a blowout. But again, he may think I have multiple creatures. So I imagine I won't see an attack next turn, which would make me very happy. And then I can either leave up Divine Verdict or hopefully draw a land and leave up Lash of the Whip. I don't know what this guy's AFK a lot of the time. It's nice to be up on the clock. You've seen, if you've watched a couple of my videos, seen me make like every possible misclick possible on Moto. I used to also time out all the time. I'd be making sure I wasn't making misclicks, and I would time out like half my matches. I'm the worst. But this guy seems to be. He was watching a little bit of NFL and playing a release queue. It's probably all my wins today. They're watching Peyton Manning. Alright. That does not get Pact of Negation. So yeah, if he attacks, I block, and if he pumps, I think I would just go ahead. Oh, he could have Divine Verdict here. That wouldn't be too bad, honestly. Although, honestly, like, the damage threatening from Phalanx Leader is so minimal. So Feral Invocation would make it a 4/4, and he could also have God's Willing. I think blocking is pretty bad here, actually. Especially because I'm at 19 life and have a Lagana Band Elder and a Divine Verdict. Yeah, he has not much. I don't even think... Oh, that's awesome. I don't even think I want to attack here. I think I just want to play Lagana Band Elder and pass. Eventually I'm going to Agent of Fates him to death. Divine Verdict isn't that good to leave up. He doesn't seem to be attacking. Oh, you know what? I'm going to attack, and if he does shit, I'll Divine Verdict him. That's pretty obvious. Unless you're me, in which case it's like a revelation. So yeah, I'm going to attack, bait him into casting a God's Willing, and then blow him out. Again, like I say, board presence is important, so if you can just get stuff off your opponent's board while leaving stuff on your board, it's very powerful. If I draw a land, this game is over. I can Agent of Fates and Scourge Mark and Lash of the Whip and gain some life with Lagana Band Elder. I'm just going to kind of ride this Emissary, I think. If he has... Again, if he has a Divine Verdict, that is a problem. I kind of want to just play Lagana Band Elder to play around Divine Verdict. I kind of don't get the sense that he has it in this heroic deck. But he has 5 cards in hand, and I don't need to get in 3 damage or to kill the Phalanx Leader. I think I'm fine just committing Lagana Band Elder. Down to 11 minutes over here. Yeah, the only card that punishes me for this attack is his own Divine Verdict. And that would be a blowout. Then I don't gain the life from Lagana Band Elder. I don't have much to do with my mana. I'm behind on board. Yeah, that's a blowout. So this is the right play. I think if he doesn't have Divine Verdict, I pretty much win the game. With his play here, but if he has it, I just lose the game, and I think I'm quite far ahead. Anyway, if I draw planes next turn. Enthusa? Does this guy have Enthusa, or is that someone else? Enthusa's not very good. That's probably like one of the deceptively worst rares in the set. A lot of times it's just, oh, that's good. Not that good. 4/4. That's fine. Yeah. So I can Ray of Dissolution you mid-combat now? That seems good. He'll be a 2/2. Attack with just the Emissary, Ray of Dissolution you during combat. Or attack with both. And he'll block the, probably if he's smart, the Lagana Band Elder, a Ray of Dissolution, the Observant Al-Sayed, and we trade and I have a 3/3. That seems pretty sweet too. Versus if I attack with just the Emissary, he might not block, in which case I can just leave up Divine Verdict. That's less good. I want to attack. I'm okay like 2 for 2ing, just clearing his board. So he's not blocking. Just take a million. Okay, so I'll just hold up Divine Verdict and Ray of Dissolution. I'm drawing like a champ this game. Maybe I should just have the good cards in my deck instead of like having a pretend draft deck. Chronicler of Heroes. That's pretty good, but I'm not too worried about it. And there's nothing I can really do anyway. Yeah, that punishes my line. Well, I didn't have a line that played around that. Chronicler is nice though. It's a good deck. I like his deck a lot. Alright, so I think I need to just Divine Verdict here. And maybe he makes this guy 4/4, and that's actually pretty good, but I can eventually lash it. I gotta use the mana anyway. Oh man, he's curving out here. He's up on cards. He's playing well. He's not letting me 2 for 1 him, and I'm not really getting in for that much damage anyway. Ooh, Ray of Dissolution for you, sir. So attacking creatures have Death Touch. You can get a counter. Oh, look at his combo deck, man. This is awesome. You get a counter. Ranger a guy, do 2 damage to a flyer. Gain 3. That's pretty sweet. So I'll be Ray of Dissolutioning that, very likely. It's actually not like immediately deadly, but I don't want him to like grow his creatures really. We'll see what I draw. See if I draw a land, it might change what I want to do. But I do probably. It's possible it's best to just use Ray on this Observant Al-Sayed. I don't have any flyers, so the Bow of Nylea is just kind of. If he's on the back foot, it's actually pretty bad, I guess. It's spending mana to put a +1/+1 counter on stuff. Yeah, it's sexy to Ray of Dissolution his legend, but I suspect it's right to not do that. Also, if I draw a land, I can just Agent of Fates him. And then he has to sack Al-Sayed and block Lagana Band Elder probably. And then he really doesn't have time to use Bow of Nylea. And I have Lash of the Whip up. Now, I don't know if I want to Agent of Fates yet, because I want to use the Ray on Al-Sayed. Yeah, can't draw lands this game. I guess I can't complain, really. Alright, so I want to probably Ray of Dissolution, Al-Sayed, and attack. And now I can discard Traveling Philosopher to Erebos' Emissary. He has 3 cards in hand, so The Bow of Nylea, not going to be that good. If he makes that a 4-4, I can still lash it. I'm going to draw land at some point, so... let's... Ray of Dissolution you. Let's see if Bow of Nylea beats me now. He's just taking it like a champ. And I will pass. So, if he makes that a 4-4, that's just not a big deal. If he gains 3, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's so slow, man. Are you gonna attack me? Or play another Chronicler? Wow, it's so aggressive. Is there a board sweeper I don't know about? Oh man, he's just gonna... If I draw a land... Oof, alright, Anthusa, he's curving out. I mean, I think I got him now. This has got to be right? Yeah. It's pretty good. I can also lash the agent if I need to kill Anthusa at some point. He's got to sack the Chronicler, so he just kind of wasted the mana on the bow. And now I attack with Erebos' Emissary. And I can make it a 5-5 if I need to. He said, Te va a caber igual por mil. That sounds like Portuguese. Igual? Sounds like maybe something about this not being fair, which is accurate. So he might just... yeah, I'll just let him take 3. Alright, so... I'll probably just keep the Philosopher in hand. He can do some damage here, but I'm at a very healthy life total. Lash is actually not the greatest against Anthusa, but again, Erebos' Emissary is sweet. Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally in the clear, but I gotta also remember, I gotta be careful with Snarecaster, alright. I gotta be careful with the Agent Sack effect, because he can... like God's Willing Anthusa and sack a land. So if I want to get value out of that, I gotta at least be somewhat thoughtful. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn, so like Sip of Hemlock is live. He got a lot of cards in his hand. I guess that Chronicler filled him up pretty good. Time to feed. Targeting Lagana Band Elder? I guess that's the only decent play. That's fine. Get some lands, okay. Not the Agent of Fates? Jesus. Up to 11, so that's pretty good. Get some attacks in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so he's tapped out. That makes me feel pretty good. Planes. So, he has 1 card in hand. I'm at 13 life. I think, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't kill him. I do think I just want to lash the Snarecaster and get in for a bunch. So next turn, if he makes it, let's say he pumps this, makes it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 11, 12. He can't quite kill me. But if he has like 2 God's Willings, he can kill me. But I think I'm okay with that. I think I just will lash the Snare Caster and beat. Yeah. Well, he's done a pretty good job at racing. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I mean, there's minute odds of him even having the first one, so. Yeah, so next turn both my attackers are lethal. He can gain life though, that's okay, they're not lethal. He can make that a 5, 6. Still don't have a flyer, gotta be careful if I do want to cast a flyer. Probably his best bet is to just gain life with a bow. But I mean, then I just kind of eat his Anthusa with Erebos' Emissary. Gotta remember his attackers do have Death Touch, including the lands. It's easy to forget. Yeah, the bow hasn't been that good here. He's been kind of on the back foot. Caber. Let's see what this means. You will like Caber by Gil. Catalan. Caber. You will like. I don't know. Google Translate has failed me. So I'm trying out my extraordinarily rudimentary Spanish. Is he just timing out? Oh, he disconnected? What? I guess he didn't have a trick. Alright, so I'll just pause, and if he comes back, I mean, I'm up 1-0, so I just win, but yeah, I'll do my sign off. It'll be hilarious if I somehow lose, but yeah, so oh, he's back. Joined the game. Oh, now I feel bad. Like when people are timing out and you're like chatting them, it's kind of a douchey move. Yeah, this deck is misbuilt, I would say. I think if you're watching this and trying to like learn what to do at PTQs, this is what I said in my set review, and then I kind of ignored it here. I don't think you want to be playing Bronze Sables. And I also don't really think you want to be playing Savannah Lions or any of those kind of things. Now let's see what he's doing here. Let's play it out. Gonna gain some life. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, sorry for the pause. Here. Yeah, 130, he's having some trouble over there. But yeah, so what I was going to say is, I think what you want your deck to be doing is not attacking with 2/1s. I think you want to attack with like 4/4s and 6/6s, and maybe flyers. Like I think Vaporkins could be fine. Evasion is good. Attacking with a 4/4 can mean a couple different things. Like Phalanx Leader is not a 1/1; it's like a 4/4 basically. So that can be good. But I think the heroic guys, it's a lot easier in draft to get a requisite amount. Heliod's Emissary hard cast. Okay. Attack me 4/4. I mean, that's actually good. But he has to block. No, he's at 7. So he doesn't have lethal next turn. Well, he does if he wants to use the bow twice. Alright, so I think I just bash. He has to block with the emissary and gain 2 life. 0 cards in hand. He has to yeah, pretty much has to block Erebos' emissary and go up to 7. So this will put him down to 3. And then I'll probably save the Erebos' emissary. Yeah. So he's blocking the agent. Okay. So I don't want to try and lethal him. He's at 1, but he's effectively at 4. Yeah, so that's smart. So I think I just play Traveling Philosopher, and then all my dudes are lethal. He has to leave back Anthusa and top deck a creature. Yeah. I mean, he could theoretically take over this game. He doesn't have enough time to, but this is also the play that keeps me from losing like this turn to some kind of crazy targeting plus land swing. Yeah, that doesn't really do it. He has 12 seconds. Yeah, he just scooped. Yeah, I had a lot of live things. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's pretty embarrassing. I thought that was game 3. Is it game 2? Alright, I think I just want the same deck. But yeah, he's like 19 seconds left. Yeah, I never know what's going on. Ever, basically. Yeah, I mean, this favorite hoplite is just totally outclassed all the time. Could be like Flesh Mad Steed is better. Or like a Read the Bones. Yeah, he has these big guys. Do you have any more enchantment removal? That's what I want. Opaline Unicorn. He's just talking on Twitter. Rescue, probably not that good. Let's I think maybe out with favorite hoplite and in with Flesh Mad Steed. Maybe Disciple Phoenix. And that makes me want to like add a swamp. Take out planes. I mean, yeah, I think this is fine. Like just going mid-rangey. The Disciple is pretty sweet. I'll go with this. It's kind of awkward. I was doing my sign off, but I mean, he has what, 8 seconds? I'm assuming I'm not down. I just I just won. He lost. So I was 3-1 now. Yeah, I should be 3-1, and I guess they're just waiting. I don't know. I'm having trouble figuring out what is happening. I will say I think the sealed format is kind of as I originally thought the format would be. Just a certainly not grindy by any means, but a high-end threat fest. I think attacking with like Vaporkins and while blocking with like the 4/5 snake is kind of a good plan. I think building Voltrons with kind of smaller heroic guys is good. So like the green heroic guys and Phalanx leader is probably fine. I don't think you want to be messing around with like the Acroan Hoplite, the 1/1 red guy that makes a token. I think he's pretty terrible. But yeah, I think I kind of misbuilt this deck. I think this configuration I have with like the Divine Verdicts and stuff and 18 lands is just better. When I had the 1-drops and 18 lands, I was just kind of flooding out, but I did need the 18 lands to get to my like 6 drops, so I think it was misbuilt, so that's worth noting. Alright, so yeah, despite my confusion, that was indeed a 3-1, which was pretty good. There was one game where I beat a deck that was just better than mine. That red, black, white deck was pretty sweet, and we managed to pull that one out. But yeah, interesting. Like I say, interesting build. I think I wish I kind of had the opportunity to play one of the games with like maybe the green-black configuration. But I think I had a pretty good split there. But yeah, so thank you for watching. We'll definitely try to do another sealed at some point before this PTQ, and thank you for watching.